Arden University is quite a new university within the HE sector. We're one of the only online learning providers to launch in the last 50 years. Before becoming Arden University, it was known as RDI, which was a specialist online learning provider for other universities. And then in 2014, Arden had degree awarding powers and became a university in its own right. And since then, it's been growing quite rapidly. Student numbers have tripled within the last 3 years, so we've got around 33,000 students now.
Mainly mature students, 30 plus, and we teach both blended learning, which is when students come into our centres, and we have 7 of those in the UK and 1 in Berlin, and have 8 hours of tuition per week, and then we have distance learning courses as well.
The Arden Library Service was built around a strategy that revolves around removing barriers to education. So that was why we decided to have a fully online only library portal, to make sure that all the resources were online and accessible to our students 24/7. So when you've got a student demographic that are based in 150 countries, are studying at different time zones or to fit around other commitments, it was really important to us to have a library service that was available to all of them all the time. All the collections and the library is fully online. We don't have physical libraries based in our study centres because not all our students would be able to access those collections.
My team of academic skills tutors, and I've got over 20 now, they will go and into lectures, and they will show students the library essentially. So our library portal, which is actually relatively new, and obviously the Gale databases are part of that library, our online library, and they demonstrate those to the students in these lessons and then get them to use them whilst they're in their lessons. So we promote them in those ways really, through embedded sessions where they go into the lectures, through one-to-one support, and also we deliver a lot of optional workshops in library resources and specialist databases, and they're covered in all of those as well.
We have very high usage of the Gale Research Complete package at Arden, primarily because our students are studying online, so we have traditionally a higher usage of online resources anyway, because we don't have print collections at Arden, and the librarian will be working with the academic to procure the resources they want and embed the links directly in the lessons. So we provide 100% of all the reading for our reading lists within the modules. Every bit of reading, so every book, journal article, database, website that's mentioned within an Arden module is fully linked by the library to that resource in full text. So we think it is down to the embedded approach that is driving the really high engagement. We also have a very large business faculty at Arden, and a lot of our students study leadership and management. So they would be making quite high use of the business insights package within the Gale Research package. Particularly for assignments, they find that the SWOT analysis part of business insights really accessible for assignments where they're having to look at SWOT analysis of companies such as Amazon. So we know that academics will often point those students towards the package because it's laid out in a really accessible way.
I think all students have some barriers to using databases, and again it's fear of the unknown. I think the interface for the Gale databases is nice and clear, it's easy to use, which probably again helps the usage statistics. And it's really important that we get the students to use those databases, because so many students go and use Google, and obviously that we know that that's not credible research, and it's really important that we promote them. So again, it's trying to guide them to use it, ensuring they understand the differences between the two, and that they're going to find much better quality information in those. So the easier it is for them to use and and actually find what they're looking for, the better really. So I think that's a real positive for Gale databases.